One day, Umar radiallahu anhu, every time a caravan from Yemen would come, he would always go looking around and asking for a man. His name is Zuhair. And every time the caravan would come, he'd go and ask around for him, and he wouldn't be there. And then he'd ask around, and the man wouldn't be there. And then he would ask around, and then finally one day he was able to see the man. And he did so because the Prophet ﷺ had told him, if you see this man, make sure you ask him to make dua for you. The reason is because this man was so dedicated to serving his parents that it's as if his dua automatically went unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and was accepted. This story shows us the type of benefits a healthy relationship between a youth and a child, or a son and a daughter, and their parents. And so tonight's Khatirah is going to be a brief Khatirah, just 3 points for how can we serve our parents better, and what can some parents do to help establish that better relationship with their child. And so for us, when we talk about respecting our parents and serving our parents, one of the first things that we do is to control our anger. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, وَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفْ, right? Don't even say uff. Don't even show them the smallest bit of anger or resentment towards them. Don't even say, oh, man, come on, really? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not something that's too difficult. That's a huge task for us to do. Right? It's not as if Allah is telling us don't get angry with our parents. We all know sometimes we get frustrated serving our parents, or sometimes it's inconvenient for us to go run an errand for them, or whatever it is. But in these moments, don't even show them the anger, or that it's an inconvenience on you to help and respect them, or to run an errand for them, or to serve them. So that's the first step. The second is to humble yourself and realize that there is a lot you can learn from your parents, no matter how old you are. Right, I was reminded tonight of a quote from Mark Twain. He said, when I was 14 years old, I didn't even think my dad was a smart person. I thought he was just dumb, and I couldn't even stand being in his presence. And when I turned 21, I realized that he had learned a lot in 7 years. Right? SubhanAllah. But this is just a reflection on himself, actually. That when he was 14, he thought his dad was dumb, that he didn't know anything. And it took him 7 years to fully understand, or to even comprehend some of the wisdoms that his parent was trying to show him when he was a young child. Right? So make sure when you're talking with your parents and they're advising you, humble yourself. Humble yourself. Because you can learn from their wisdom. Okay? And thirdly, is to serve your parents. To constantly serve them. Right? The Prophet ﷺ was once seen saying Ameen. And the Sahaba were like, what are you saying Ameen to? Right? Like none of us made a dua aloud or whatever. And he said that it was to a dua that the person may be distanced, right, away from Jannah. Because they did not, when their parents reached old age, they did not serve them, right? They didn't serve to the abilities that they should have. They weren't able to enter Jannah out of just serving their parents. They may have focused on other things. But this Ramadan realized that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَنْ لَا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And one of the best types of worship we can show this month, no matter how old you are, is to respect your parents and to serve them if they're alive. Right? And if they've passed away, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive them and grant them Jannah, make dua for them. Don't forget this. Just because your parents aren't here doesn't mean you can't do something for them. So remember them in your dua. Now on the other side, what do we do exactly when it comes to our children? Okay. The first, again now, is to make dua for them. And you'll see the impact that your dua has on them. Right? Because the dua for a parent is answered when it's to the child. The Prophet ﷺ used to always make dua, not just for his children, but for the youth in general. Abdullah bin Abbas, the Prophet ﷺ made dua for him to become a scholar, right? So that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can teach him the religion and show him and guide him and give him knowledge and wisdom. And now when we say Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu anhu, not one of us hasn't heard the name before. And so you'll see the dua, the fruits of that dua to this day. The second, as Shaykh Walid, Hafidullah, in the khutbah about a month ago, said that your youth, your children, they spell love, T-I-M-E. And we've all seen the corny bumper sticker, right? The best thing you can spend on your children is time. But it's so true, subhanAllah. The best thing you can spend on your child is time. I've seen children who have had millionaire fathers and resent them because they're never home. And I've seen kids whose parents are eligible for zakat. This is their social status. And yet, subhanAllah, you see the relationship that they have with each other and the bond, and you realize money doesn't buy love when it comes to your children. So make sure you don't sacrifice loving your children for money. Okay? And lastly, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, Hal jaza'u ihsan illa ihsan. That when your child comes to you proud of an accomplishment, or comes to serve you, don't belittle their actions, and don't put them down, but accept it from them, and show them kindness. Show them kindness. Maybe they bring you water and it's not cold. That's fine, you don't need to get mad at them. Maybe they bring you soup for iftar, but it's not hot. That's fine, don't be angry. They're going out of their way to serve you. Make sure you show them the appreciation, so that it instills in them that whenever they serve you, they'll be appreciated, and they'll want to serve you more and more and more. And with that, وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم والسلام عليكم.
I was the only one bothered by the fan. Everybody was? Yes. Nobody is speaking up. I mean, I was making up my salat. I didn't hear anyone say, hey, stop, don't leave the prayer again. With this noisy fan, turn it off, just pause it. You can pause it. Just like that. No, you can't do it like this. I just want to apologize. We have two people in charge of the case. Both of them today were late. And so I learned a lesson. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep an extra key for the AC here in the box. So whatever reason both of them didn't show up, make sure that you don't grab, turn on the AC to volume. I apologize. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ذلك مما أوحى إليك ربك من الحكمة ولا تجعل مع الله إلها آخر فتلقى في جهنم ملوما مدحورا
أفأصفاكم ربكم بالبنين واتخذ من الملائكة إناثا إنكم لتقولون قولا عظيما ولقد صرفنا في هذا القرآن ليذكروا وما يزيدهم إلا نفورا قل لو كان معه آلهة كما يقولون إذا لابتغوا إلى ذي العرش سبيلا سبحانه وتعالى عما يقولون علوا كبيرا تسبح له السماوات السبع والأرض ومن فيهن وإن من شيء إلا يسبح بحمده ولكن لا تفقهون تسبيحهم إنه كان حليما غفورا وإذا قرأت القرآن جعلنا بينك وبين الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة حجابا مستورا وجعلنا على قلوبهم أكنة أن يفقهوه وفي آذانهم وقرا وإذا ذكرت ربك في القرآن وحده ولوا على أدبارهم نفورا نحن أعلم بما يستمعون به إذ يستمعون إليك وإذ هم نجوى إذ يقول الظالمون إن تتبعون إلا رجلا مسحورا انظر كيف ضربوا لك الأمثال فضلوا فلا يستطيعون سبيلا وقالوا أئذا كنا عظاما ورفاتا أئنا لمبعوثون خلقا جديدا الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين انظر كيف ضربوا لك الأمثال فضلوا فلا يستطيعون سبيلا وقالوا أئذا كنا عظاما ورفاتا أئنا لمبعوثون خلقا جديدا قل كونوا حجارة أو حديدا أو خلقا مما يكبر في صدوركم فسيقولون من يعيدنا قل الذي فطركم أول مرة فسينغضون إليك رؤوسهم ويقولون متاه قل قل عسى أن يكون قريبا يوم يدعوكم فتستجيبون بحمده وتظنون إن لبثتم إلا قليلا وقل لعبادي يقولوا التي هي أحسن إن الشيطان ينزغ بينهم إن الشيطان كان للإنسان عدوا مبينا ربكم أعلم بكم إن يشأ يرحمكم أو إن يشأ يعذبكم وما أرسلناك عليهم وكيلا وربك أعلم بمن في السماوات والأرض ولقد فضلنا بعض النبيين على بعض وآتينا داود زبورا الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله